Some Estonian flags flying around here in the crowd. Briana Williams up next. Jamaica have got a strong history in this event. They won it in 2010, 12 and 14, but the last medal was a bronze to Elaine Thompson back in 2016, behind Daphne Schippers in silver. Julian Alfred is looking to win St Lucia's first ever medal at the World Indoor Championships. She is certainly the informed woman. She was the world leading athlete until Eva Swoboda just went 6.98 in the first heat. Micaiah Briscoe picked up a silver medal in 2022 in Belgrade. Geraldine Frey ran brilliantly this morning, had a great start, ran a season's best to win her heat, 7.15. She's going to need quicker here if she wants to go to the final. Gina Bass-Bitai of Gambia goes in lane 6. She ran well in qualification. She's the first ever Gambian woman to win an African Championships, did that a few years ago. Delphine Nkanza of Belgium goes in lane 7. She would have just seen Rani Rossius equal her personal best again to take second place in the opening semi-final. The final athlete out in lane 8 for the Netherlands, Nikita Sido. She's got a lifetime best this season of 7.15. It's a little bit shaky this morning, just 7.24. Sido will need faster here from lane 8. Time qualifiers at the moment. Van der Vieken of Luxembourg.
On your marks.
And Zoe Hobbs, 7.09 for Hobbs, new oceanic record. Van der Vieken, the Luxembourg national record holder, on 7.13. Julian Alfred has 6.99. Her coach, Edric Florial, said the start was awful. She ran that time in Millrock. And Alfred has stepped away from her collegiate career. She was undefeated last year collegiately. And that probably left her a little bit tired when we got to Budapest, but now Alfred fully focused on her professional track and field career. She goes in lane 3.
Set.
And no way, no problems here. Quick start from Micaiah Briscoe. Julian Alfred trying to get into a running here, and she does. The athlete from St Lucia slows down over the line, 7.03. That is fine, so that's Hobbs, quicker than Zainab Dosso, but not as quick as Eva Swoboda. Alfred looked great this morning as well. I think there's a bit more in that last 15, 20 metres. I'm not seeing it, a flat-out effort there at the end.
She had to work quite hard at the start to get back on terms with Briscoe. The problem might come. I love watching Alfred, and I think it would be so important for a Caribbean nation like St Lucia to get a global gold medal. It would be fantastic. The reason Van Vrieken and Hobbs are celebrating is that they're now confirmed, Van der Vrieken. They are going to be in the final with 7.09 and 7.13. The only concern from Alfred's point of view, starts the final as well as she did the semis. Is Alfred going to find herself too far behind and all of a sudden too tight to let her acceleration come through in the last 30 metres? You're the sprint expert, Daphne. What do you think?
I think she pushed way too much, because also she was behind in the first 10 meters, so she would go for it. But then the difficult thing is then you push too hard and then it slows you down instead of making your step. So that's what I saw this race. Like, I think this morning race was much better. So I hope she can clear her head and go for the final, and I hope we have a really nice fight between these girls.
Well, hats off to Mika Briscoe coming through for second place there, the silver medalist from Belgrade. Hasn't quite been in that form, if we're honest, since Belgrade. And I've been watching her all indoor season thinking, can she make another final? And Briscoe, for America, she would love to match the achievements of...
The women's 60-metre semi-final at the 2024 World Indoor Championships in Glasgow offered a captivating display of sheer speed, top-tier skill, and fierce determination. One of the most compelling highlights came from St. Lucia's Julian Alfred, who once again demonstrated her dominance on the track. Lined up in lane 3, Alfred delivered a solid performance, winning her heat with a time of 7.03 seconds. While not her fastest mark, it was more than enough to secure her spot in the final. Alfred's race execution stood out. Although her start was slightly slower than ideal, she compensated with an exceptional burst of speed over the last 30 meters, an area where she consistently excels. The upcoming final, however, will demand even more from her, especially with Sweden's Eva Sagnia posting a world-leading 6.98 in the opening semi-final. If Sagnia maintains her explosive start, Alfred will need to respond with a much sharper opening. Her coach, Edric Flo-Riel, acknowledged the less-than-perfect start, suggesting that Alfred has more to unleash when it matters most. Another impressive athlete in the heat was Makia Briscoe of the United States, who recorded 7.10 seconds to finish second. Briscoe, the 2022 World Indoor silver medalist from Belgrade, has been working to regain her top form this season. Though she has yet to replicate her standout showing from 2 years ago, her reliable performances have earned her another shot at the podium. She remains a serious medal threat heading into the final. Jamaica's Briana Williams placed fourth in the semi-final with a time of 7.09 seconds. A talented sprinter with a strong resume, Williams has shown flashes of brilliance but has struggled recently to maintain her explosive starts. Experts believe that improvements in her technical approach and race strategy could help her return to peak form. Despite current challenges, she is still regarded as one of the most promising young athletes in sprinting, with her progress closely monitored by fans and analysts alike. Gambia's Gina Bass also stood out in this semi-final, continuing to make history for her country in international track and field. As the first Gambian woman to win a medal at the African Championships, Bass has proven herself a contender on the world stage. Renowned for her fast starts and resilient finishes, she remains a formidable presence in any competition. Belgium's Delphine Cancer also impressed, showing clear growth this season. By sharpening her mechanics and competing against elite athletes, Cancer has emerged as a rising star in women's sprinting. The depth and talent on display in this semi-final underline just how competitive the field is, with numerous athletes having the potential to claim medals. All signs point to a dramatic and tightly contested final. As the athletes prepare for the final, anticipation continues to build. Julian Alfred is now in pursuit of a groundbreaking gold medal for St. Lucia. Whether she can overcome her slightly slower starts and withstand pressure from a stacked field will be the key question. With adjustments to her race's opening stages, she could be on the verge of securing her nation's first-ever global track triumph. Looking forward to the rest of the 2024 athletic season, the women's 60-meter has firmly established itself as one of the most exciting and unpredictable events. With the emergence of stars like Alfred, the resilience of veterans like Briscoe, and the untapped potential of sprinters like Williams, the landscape of women's sprinting is as vibrant as ever. Fans can look forward to many more edge-of-the-seat races as these athletes push the limits of speed and athletic brilliance.